in the test that.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tristan Long. I am a professor in the Department of Biology at Wilfrid Laurier University. I am an evolutionary geneticist. That is, I'm a biologist who's interested in understanding the genetic basis for variation in morphological, physiological, and behavioral traits. I try to understand why individuals differ and what are the causes and consequences of this variation. I'm specifically interested in sexual selection processes. That is, why some individuals are better than others at obtaining mates, producing more offspring, and I try to understand what are the factors that cause some individuals to be very competitive and those that are not competitive, and try to understand what are the consequences of that variation. My work primarily involves testing models of sexual selection empirically using fruit flies as a model system. Fruit flies are an excellent system to study evolutionary processes because we can keep them at large numbers. They have amazingly complicated and interesting behavioral interactions, communicating by sound, by taste, by touch, and by smell. And we can look at the different facets of this communication and understand what is being signaled and what is being received, and try to understand how individual variation and decision-making processes are come about. The average day in my shoes involves many different things. Some of it is very banal and boring, culturing fruit flies, making sure that our populations are happy and healthy, making sure that the populations are in a good state so that we can use them in experiments. My good days involve running experiments, trying to understand behavioral variation. So it may involve watching fly behavior, videotaping them, counting out numbers of offspring, quantifying the amount of different genetic markers carried by different individuals in a population, many different things like that. I work a lot with my graduate students in designing and running their experiments, interpreting their often complicated results. For people who are interested in pursuing a similar career in behavioral ecology or evolutionary genetics, the things that a successful scientist will need will be, first of all, a driving curiosity. If you're not curious and enthusiastic about asking questions, this isn't really the career for you. You also need to be able to follow up your curiosity with a lot of dedication. Spending many hours doing fairly banal, repetitive tasks such as counting thousands of fly offsprings would be one example on a daily basis, that you need to be able to collect sufficient data that you can draw meaningful conclusions. To draw meaningful conclusions, you also have to have a good handling of statistics. So anyone that's interested in becoming this type of scientist, you really need to know your stats. So it's something to think about when you're choosing courses.